everyone, welcome to Fempire Podcast. I'm Intan and I'm going to be your host today. Kita mau coba untuk introduction dulu kali ya.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Madeline. Aku biasanya dipanggil Mandy. Aku di Fempire as one of the co-founders and also the Chief of Impact. So, as the Chief Impact Officer, aku lebih fokus ke social outreach programnya Fempire. We are launching in September and we are going to be called Fempathy. Surprise! Tapi for now, we're planning a lot of different fundraising events that we're gonna do and a lot of upcoming programs that we're gonna provide to our target beneficiaries, which is located in Depok, Sawangan. But a little bit more about me, aku lulusan University of Illinois with an actuarial science degree major. Sekarang sih aku lagi kerja full-time di Shopee while doing Fempire on the side. Dan juga I have my own athleisure brand.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Mandy.
Yeah, of course.
Nah, sekarang kita akan beralih ke Yorin.
Hi, thank you so much, Intan, for having me here. So my name is Yorin. I'm one of the co-founders dan sekarang aku juga as Chief BD Officer di Fempire. My full-time job is as a corporate finance apprentice. I'm currently working in Tani Hub. And other than that, I don't know. I love agriculture. I love women empowerment. And I hope that our listeners today kayak bisa belajar sedikit lah tentang kita dan tentang Fempire.
Thank you so much, Yorin. What about Mani?
Aku Rahmani, biasanya dipanggilnya Mani. So I'm one of the co-founders of Fempire. I'm also the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and currently aku masih di kuliahnya di Singapore, National University of Singapore, majornya in Communications and New Media, and I'm minoring in Entrepreneurship. So aku tuh dulu pernah magang di beberapa startup di Indonesia dan juga Singapore in marketing related roles. So which is why I'm also in the marketing for Fempire. And yeah, I graduate next year, guys. And other than that, yeah, like my interests would probably be definitely women empowerment, venture capital, entrepreneurship. I like to dance. I like art. Yeah, I don't know. That's it sih.
That is amazing. And kalau aku nggak salah, kalian bertiga ini sebenarnya teman kecil ya?
Yes. Kita udah kenal each other since we were 9.
Third grade.
What?
It's like we all went to the same school. Dulu kita sekolahnya di University School Penyoran. Interesting school. But yeah, I mean, definitely a good outcome that came out of it. Yeah, our friendship lah. And kita tuh over the years kita tuh saling kayak curhatan tentang kerjaan, our experience in university and everything. And we just found that one thing that really like binds us together too is our experiences, apalagi when it comes to like our status as a woman, and our challenges and all that. So definitely the passion's there, see.
Alright. Ya, jadi untuk Fempress yang lagi dengerin kita pada kali ini, kita akan ngobrolin mengenai gimana sih caranya kita untuk bisa membuat impact atau memberikan pengaruh kita melalui empire yang akan kita buat, yang akan kita bangun seperti itu. Nah, kalau misalnya kita merujuk kembali ya, kalau misalnya kita mau memulai perjalanan kita dalam membangun empire, ini tuh istilahnya tuh kayak semacam stepping stone gitu, the first step that you have to take. So kita harus intentionnya, niatnya tuh kayak harus tahu dulu nih, kita tuh mau bikin empire yang seperti apa sih. Nah, before kita ngobrolin lebih lanjut soal empire, aku mau ngasih sedikit definition of what Fempire is. So, Longman Business Dictionary said that it is an informal group of companies or organizations controlled by one powerful company or person. Their cautious management style has created a powerful retail empire. So, empire yang kita rujuk pada topik kali ini adalah perusahaan-perusahaan besar atau mungkin bisa juga organisasi-organisasi besar yang mereka itu bisa memiliki pengaruh yang sangat besar terhadap masyarakat, tapi tentunya itu diatur oleh satu badan gitu. So it's like private gitu. Nah, kemudian sebelum kita masuk ke main topiknya, kita mau tanya dong, kayak kenapa sih kalian ini membangun Fempire? What's the spirit behind it?
Mungkin aku bisa mulai. Tapi Mani mentioned it tadi juga, kayak the whole reason kita bond tuh kayak karena kita so many kayak things that we experience at home that are in common that kita cuma bisa curhat with each other. Kayak for example, aku tuh anak ketiga from 4 siblings dan 2 tuh cowok, 1 tuh cewek. The way parents aku kayak treat us for girls and for boys tuh beda banget. Kayak kalau anak cewek tuh nggak boleh gini, kalau anak cowok ya nggak apa-apa lah, kan dia cowok. Misalnya kayak aku mau nginep, nggak boleh lah anak cewek mama masa tidurnya nggak di rumah. Sedangkan kayak my brothers nginep all the time. Kayak what's the difference? Kayak aku kan misalnya nih mau nginep di rumah Rahmani, kan it's money kayak, and my parents know who she is, who her family is. Jadi masa sih nggak boleh gitu. Tapi ya again, it's because kalau cewek kalau nginep dipikir nggak bener, bla bla bla. Dan kayak even though aku ada sister, aunties, whatever, pemikirannya tuh masih beda. Kayak I would say aku nggak bisa ke mereka terus curhat kayak, ih gila aku kenapa sih nggak boleh kayak gini. Mereka kayak ya emang gitu kan cewek gitu. Tapi I can go to my friends kayak Mani and Yorin terus kayak ih kenapa sih kayak gini. And I know Yorin and Mani tuh experience the exact same thing, like they complain about the exact same things. Jadi I feel like that's the whole reason aku kayak into woman empowerment in the beginning sih.
Dari Yorin atau Mani mungkin bisa diceritain like what's the spirit behind it and why, like the reason why you guys made Fempire.
Yeah, so maybe I can go next. Jadi tuh kalau misalnya for me personally, aku udah ngelihat gender discrimination from a very, very young age. Jadi my mom is a single mom, and she's also a working mom. Jadi dia tuh CEO of her own company. And you know, over the years, aku tuh dengar cerita yang it's just the craziest stories that you wouldn't believe. Just because she's a woman. Misalnya kayak beberapa nih, dia tuh kayak kadang-kadang tuh harus pakai cincin kayak engagement ring just to seem like she's married. And then this one time she had to show up to a meeting pretending to be secretary when she's the CEO, just because people didn't want to listen to her, just because she was a woman. It's crazy, ya kan? Ya, jadi kayak I'm no stranger to gender discrimination. Dan aku rasa tuh dari kecil aku udah kayak gara-gara aku lihat mama aku di treat kayak gitu, jadi tuh kayak aku udah kayak there's this like already kind of like fire of like kenapa harus kayak gini gitu loh. Because I know that women can and women will. It's just that, you know, it's very sad to see kayak misalnya apalagi di Indonesia ya, every single person that I talk to, misalnya kalau ya, every single woman that I talk to ada punya experience sendiri towards gender discrimination, kayak especially professionally mereka jadi ke limit banget gitu. Jadi that's where I guess my passion started, because I feel like everybody can do it, and I feel like it's not fair for, you know, for people, for women that have, you know, the ability and the potential and the brains for it, and they can't do it just because a culture says so or a stereotype says so.
Moni, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so I think as obviously like what Mandy and Yorin said, and it definitely stems dari the household sih. For me juga kayak I have like a lot of brothers, and like my brothers so they can do certain things, like a lot more things, you know, that like us girls can't do, and that's definitely gara-gara ya long-term societal expectations, stereotypes. And I think pas aku pindah ke Singapura and aku makan di sana, and I really like got to see like how women are in the workplace, especially, you know, in like developed countries, comparing that to like developing countries yang mindsetnya lebih kayak clothes, lebih traditional and stuff. And it's just very obvious, that like in developed countries, women, they're expected, to speak their mind. They're expected to, act on certain things. They're expected to get a career. They're expected to do whatever that they want to do lah. Kayak whereas kalau di Indonesia yang aku lihat sih, it's not there yet, And bukan gara-gara wanita di Indonesia nggak mau. It's not because of that. They actually do, Tapi from most of the time, many people tuh mereka nggak percaya diri. And it's because, of the system lah, and of society and everything. They probably have an interest, to work in a certain field, whether it be finance atau tech, tapi gara-gara mereka tuh nggak percaya diri, and it's also seen as imposter syndrome, like a lot of us face that, and I think, it's even more scarier kalau misalnya kamu tuh baru mau kerja dalam bidang yang very male dominated lah. So, and I've also felt that way, see. So I think because of all of our combined and connected feelings towards this topic, we just wanted to create a platform yang benar-benar tuh bisa amplify suara wanita Indonesia, So I think that's the main motivation lah behind Fempire.
That is amazing. Dan
aku
ya, iya boleh banget.
Aku ada one thing to add sih. I feel like it's a very important goal for Fempire. Jadi kayak very worth mentioning. Yes, kita kayak all about breaking the gender stereotype. Kayak tapi one thing what we want to do with Fempire itu create a community kan. Kayak like we have each other. But I know that some people, kayak maybe our aunties, our moms dulu felt the exact same way, tapi they had nobody else to talk to. And Fempire, we want to be that community yang, okay, kayak we'll listen to what you feel because I know I feel the exact same way gitu. And we want to be that support system lah for women in Indonesia, not just as like a professional career development kayak medium, tapi juga kayak to be there emotionally.
Yeah, I think I want to add as well, kayak just that you mentioned that, like I know kayak aku juga ada beberapa kayak keluarga like female family members, yang mereka kayak kita kayak, oh ya dulu tuh aku maunya jadi psikolog, aku tuh dulu maunya jadi work in London or something, tapi gara-gara their families or like societal expectations, like they could never achieve their goals. And I think that was definitely what was lacking, the aspect of community in Fempire, not in Fempire, in Indonesia, But I think with Fempire now, like we've just recently, within like two days ago, like we just launched our community chat, like on WhatsApp and Telegram, and itu bener-bener aktif banget, like so many like Indonesian women, even men, like they're joining our community chat. Terus mereka kayak tanya-tanya like, guys, itu kasih tips dong cara kalau misalnya interview gimana, how do I ask my recruiter cara to like about salaries, something that's very like sensitive topic, right? So I think it's just like super awesome sih kayak that, something that like we all experience, right? Like we wanted to forge this and we can directly see the results happening, it's the engagement that really is making a big difference.
Yeah, it really shows, kayak beneran, it really shows that emang this is what people need and people want. Karena kayak kita beneran, I can't emphasize this enough, kita baru launch community chat 2 hari yang lalu gitu. Terus setiap hari aku dapat notifikasi, cuman kayak semua orang tuh pengen ngobrol, semua orang tuh pengen kayak dapat support gitu. Sampai kayak aku ada lihat kayak komen-komen dari kayak WhatsApp chatnya kayak, oh my gosh, you guys are so nice, I feel so supported. And that's just something that I feel like can push so many people to their best potential gitu loh. Karena kan that's what we're trying to do here. Kita cuman pengen kasih orang kesempatan, kasih orang push, kasih orang inspirasi supaya mereka juga bisa be the best version that they want to be.
That is actually really, really beautiful. Thank you guys for doing what you're doing. Maintaining your team, you guys are awesome for that. So, karena Vampire punya kata-kata empire di dalamnya, menurut kalian, kenapa sih empire itu bisa jadi salah satu aktor terpenting untuk menciptakan like transformasi sosial? Ya. Yeah.
If we see empire within our own context, we can see it as really anything yang you're making, like whether that be organisasi atau startup atau perusahaan atau juga like online Instagram page, like anything really that you want to put your mind to it and you want to advocate for a certain social cause, to me, then I think you're already doing like a good thing, and the power that has really is to establish change, like positive social change. But I feel kayak one determining factor is who's making it, like who is making this so-called empire. Hatinya di mana? Goalsnya mau di mana? Where do you see whatever you're making within like the next 5 years, and kayak what social impact do you want to establish? Maybe you want to reduce plastic in Jakarta, or maybe you want to empower refugees, kayak what's your goal? And it just really depends on the team, the heart of the team. Do you have the passion for it? And if like passion is such a crazy driving force for whatever you want to do, and I think that's so evident within our own team, apalagi, like I think why we've grown so fast within such a short amount of time is because of all of our combined and combined passions, like for women empowerment and stuff. Like it's crazy, like our growth. So anyone else want to add?
I can add. I mean, you were talking about kayak empire creates societal transformation, kan?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the empires that we know now, kayak Amazon, Gojek, Uber, Bumble, itu they actually became empires karena what they're doing creates a transformation in society gitu loh. Kayak dulu mana gue tahu kayak gue butuh Gojek, like I didn't know I needed Gojek, but now I can't live without Gojek gitu. Tapi like stuff like that, the reason why they became so big is because they found that necessary transformation the society needed, and then they made whatever this thing is, and then they became an empire.
That is really true. You want to add that, Yorin?
I think they said a lot sih. I think I agree with everything Mani and Mandy has said. Karena jujur aja kayak kalau misalnya ngeliat empire gitu ya, if people don't believe in the goals, if people don't see the value of it, kayak it won't be an empire. It would be just like maybe like a good idea. Tapi the reason behind the growth, the reason behind kayak the success of empires is kayak how it also benefits people outside.
If you identify a certain problem, that you see within your society, and you think that your idea too can be the need, can deliver that or satisfy that need or that problem, you're already trying to solve something. You're already making societal transformation, societal change, whether that be something as big as Gojek or whether that be something as small as an Instagram page. Kayak I think it's just identifying, like apa sih yang gue bisa solve, and am I the right person for it?
And yeah, I think one of the key factor too, kenapa kayak empire itu penting banget gitu, menjadi salah satu aktor yang berperan di hal ini, itu karena kayak selain pemerintah ya, yang mereka tuh secara politik mereka mengatur kebijakan dan lain-lain, cuman kalau misalnya empire tuh it comes from us gitu, it comes from people. Jadi kayak kita ngelihat mungkin ngerasain sendiri permasalahan tersebut, so maybe if it comes from people it can be really better. Dan like what Empire has is how they organize themselves. So ideas or like intentions, what you guys said, is very important. But if it's not like well organized, we're not gonna get there. So yeah, I think that is really, really cool. And also, do you guys have like empire? Kalian punya nggak empire yang benar-benar menginspirasi kalian gitu? Yang tentunya nggak cuman mereka itu bisa besar dan menghasilkan banyak profit untuk diri mereka sendiri, tapi juga untuk memberikan impact ke society. Do you guys have any?
I mean, I personally, okay, so story time. Story time. Jadi tuh I studied agriculture in University of Illinois. Sambil aku kuliah agriculture, aku tuh sadar kayak, oh wow, the most kayak economically disadvantaged sector in Indonesia is the agricultural sector because it produces so much of the GDP. Tapi the people who work in the agriculture sector are one of the poorest sectors gitu dibanding sektor-sektor lain di Indonesia. Nah, that's why when I graduated, I wanted to make it a goal to work in the agriculture sector. Nah, I don't know if it was luck or if it was fate ya, tapi I found this company namanya Tani Hub. And I think I'm lucky enough to actually work there now. And I would say the empire that I admire because kayak they are helping and working together with a lot of farmers. Jadi they're helping their income, they're helping the farmers kayak nyari market gitu lah. Jadi mereka bisa jual sayur mereka, terus dapat income lebih yang stable gitu. So I think that's one of the, I think it's a great company that has a clear vision and a clear impact and a clear goal that they want to make life better for a lot of people.
What about Mandy?
Okay, jadi one of my like most admirable vampire I'm looking up to itu kayak Bumble sih. Jadi kalau Bumble, I think if you don't know, Whitney Wolf itu CEO-nya Bumble. She's the first woman CEO to take her company IPO. Dan kayak ngomongin what we talked about before. Like societal transformation and everything. Kayak I feel like Bumble really created that societal transformation. Kayak if you guys don't know, tapi kayak Bumble, the way you like connect with someone after you match with them, the girls have to be the one to reach out first. Kayak cowok can't actually talk to the girls until the girls talk first. And that's like against every kind of stigma in the world gitu. Cewek approach guys first kayak gengsi banget, harus cowok gitu. Kayak gue gak mau. Like even, ya jujur aja kayak gue gengsi banget kalau misalnya gue duluan gitu. Tapi I feel like with Bumble, gue ngerasa oh iya ya kayak emang kenapa sih kalau cewek duluan, apa masalahnya? Kayak ya udah gitu. Dan kayak I feel like that was a way that they kind of empowered us to be like whatever, who cares about the stigma gitu. Kayak I'm gonna message someone first if I like them. Gitu. Yeah.
Ooh, that is actually like apa ya, kayak personal banget gitu. Kayak impact itu bener-bener yang okay. It's like for each person gitu. It's not even like, you know, kayak misalnya kalau Tani Hub kan memang mereka tuh menyasarnya untuk petani ya. This is literally like a person. So wow, that is really, really cool. What about money?
I think buat aku definitely salah satu venture capital firm di Amerika namanya Sogal Ventures. Itu di-founded by two women, Miss Pocket Sun, dan satu lagi kayak Elizabeth, her name is aku lupa. Tapi why I chose this venture capital firm is because they are the first ever VC yang aku pernah lihat who were founded by women, and mereka juga investasi dalam perusahaan startup yang founded by women as well. So it's like women investing in women, you know, and I think they're solving a problem which is not a lot of female founded startups are actually, they get investment, not a lot of them actually do. And there's like a lot of research, proving why people should start investing in female-founded businesses. And I think for me personally, like I just love like that their message, and kayak mereka juga ada beberapa cabang like all over the world. Jadi mereka juga they're spreading their influence nggak di Amerika doang, tapi juga di Asia. Jadi I think kayak for me, it also made me realize, kan aku udah dari dulu punya passion for women empowerment, tapi seeing that tuh made me realize kayak wow, kayak you can really make your passion into a business, and like it can be your day job, and I thought it was just like a really nice thing to see, and it's very inspirational kayak for me, like made me have hope lah kayak nanti like when I'm older as well, like if I want to have my own like VC or whatever or a startup, like I can definitely find a way to match it with what I'm passionate about.
These stories is really like trying to make me feel like in the back of my head, okay, so it is really possible for us to be able to transform society. Kayak udah ada bukti nyata bahwa ada loh orang-orang yang berani dan juga melakukan itu semua. So it is really possible. So guys, Fempress, if you are thinking of making one, do it. Nah, perkaranya nih ya. Kalau misalnya kita ngelihat sekarang tuh ada banyak banget empire yang masih juga mereka tuh cuman apa ya istilahnya kayak fokus ke profit aja gitu. So they're money oriented and only money. So, they're not really like making a lot of change. Dan ada banyak juga permasalahan-permasalahan yang disebabkan oleh mereka gitu, atau mungkin hal lain gitu. So we still have like climate crisis or like economic inequality, etc. Menurut kalian gimana caranya untuk bisa kita tuh milih gitu, kayak oke, gue mau cobain benerin satu dulu gitu. This is my field gitu. Who's going to start? All right.
I think definitely for the longest time ever, tuh I was in that place kayak aku bener-bener kayak bingung gitu, like for so many years. Aku tuh passionate-nya ini, itu, tapi kayak, and I knew like I wanted to do something that's related to what I'm interested in and what my passions were, tapi aku rada bingung kayak mulainya di mana ya, like how do I get to know like what I want to do and all that stuff. Tapi my advice would just be jalanin aja, kayak experience it, kayak buat aku di high school, kayak anything that I was interested in, aku coba, like I tried everything, and like pindah ke kuliah. Di kuliah aku bener-bener like I got to know about entrepreneurship. So karena pas high school aku dulu volunteer a lot, terus pas kuliah I knew about entrepreneurship. Ya udah aku join organisasi, bikin event, jadi kayak bener-bener like trying everything, and that's just what my advice would be. Apalagi we're still young, like we don't need to know exactly what we want to do. Like we're just still in our early 20s, but I mean we can still try and make an effort lah, kayak put in that active effort to just try to get to know yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what you're passionate about, and after you know what you want, then you know what to focus on, and like for me, I knew I wanted to focus on women empowerment, tapi that doesn't mean that aku tuh beneran ignore all the other passions of mine. I'm still passionate about the environment and sustainability, and that's why I can still do those things and play my role in smaller things. Like for instance, aku bisa follow all these other brands, or I can support these like local brands that have a good sustainability message. I buy their products or promote it on my Instagram, like, so you can still do like those small things, but Yeah, like you'll find your way. See, don't stress too much.
That's
Yeah.
really true.
That's true. I mean, I agree with Mani sih. The what I feel like differentiates between kayak kalian mau kerjainnya apa and what's needed in the world is just what is your passion. Kayak because your passion will guide you and your passion will make you work hard and your passion will apa namanya kayak for me personally aku sendiri tuh juga masih bingung kayak what I'm passionate about. If I can be honest, 22-year-old new fresh graduate, struggling at work. I don't know what I'm passionate about. I just want to survive. But
So relatable.
right? Saying that,
Exactly.
I feel like one thing that I know for sure is that I'm passionate about women empowerment. And I know that the people I work with, Mandy, Mani, sama seluruh tim Fempire, they're also passionate about women empowerment. Dan aku rasa it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, sure, maybe kayak aku tuh nggak ada kayak focus on one cause for the world, but instead I want to inspire those people who can. Kayak I want to give an opportunity for the ladies and the gents and everyone who can do something about it, because I know there's so many people out there that are so smart, that have so much potential, they're just waiting to get that push, they're just waiting to get that door open. Jadi menurut aku kayak that's why I love kayak women empowerment also, because not only am I working for one cause, tapi aku juga bisa bantu orang lain, dan hopefully kayak juga bisa kasih kesempatan untuk orang lain supaya mereka sendiri bisa work on the environmental goals, work on the different things that the world needs. So yeah, I agree with Mani. Whatever your passion is, try it. Kalau kamu masih belum tahu, ya udah coba-coba aja gitu lah. Seru-seru aja kayak that's what I'm doing right now, and I think it's going pretty well.
Yes, it is going pretty well, especially with Fempire. Like, oh my god, the growth in the early stage is like so crazy. Dan jujur aja aku kagum banget sama kalian karena kalian masih sangat muda, as Mani said, and also Yorin said, right? You guys are like in your early 20s, still figuring out about life, while kind of, kayak okay, I kind of find myself but not really, but like kalian berani gitu loh. Kalian mungkin belum punya mungkin pekerjaan masih baru and everything. You guys still finding out experiences, but you guys just do it. Like that is amazing. So
yeah, sorry, I think I just wanted to add one thing.
absolutely.
Sorry. I think I mean obviously it's never really easy, to start something of your own, apalagi, or even just like joining something. Like a lot of like I found myself juga kayak over the years kayak banyak self-doubt, insecure lah, or like bener-bener bingung kayak I don't know where to even start or whatever. Tapi I think like what you said, Intan, like just do it gitu loh. Kayak like what's the worst possible outcome, ya udah, like you just don't you fail or whatever. I mean like failure, I feel like people kayak are really afraid of it, tapi sebenarnya tuh failure, you learn from it, and you actually find out more about yourself through failure at the same time. So yeah, I agree, just do it. Yeah,
That's really great. And also I think when it comes to building things, right, karena kalian kan memang benar-benar mau mendukung, as Yorin said, mau mendukung orang-orang yang mau membangun empire mereka gitu. Dan itu juga jadi salah satu alasan aku jujur aja untuk join Fempire, because we did that support group, and you guys have been trying to create this platform for like mentorship, untuk juga gimana caranya kita bisa membuat sebuah kesempatan untuk bisa berkembang lebih lanjut, terus kemudian social outreach and everything. So I think those are very, very interesting. Would you guys please explain to us more about it?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I'll go first on this one. So as Chief BD in Fempire, we are planning so many exciting things coming up. Untuk bulan Agustus, our theme is Women in Tech. And we have 2 events upcoming. Yang pertama itu tuh How to Have a Successful Career in Tech. Kita udah ajak beberapa narasumber untuk ngomongin, di HR Tech juga kayak mereka bisa kasih tahu teman-teman gimana caranya fix resume, CV, pengalaman apa sih yang kalian perlu untuk have a successful career in tech. Dan kita juga ada narasumber to be announced on our Instagram, so check it out. And our second event is Career Chat juga, Game Changers in Tech, where we invite inspirational women who are in leading positions in the tech industry in Indonesia. And then we also have our community platform di WhatsApp sama di Telegram, so make sure to check that. And other than that, we have so many more events coming up, including mentorship programs, where we want to match mentees and mentors one-on-one supaya mereka kayak yang kita ngomongin dari tadi lah, mereka dapat kesempatan untuk find out what their potential is. They have the opportunity to learn from others, they have the opportunity to kayak develop professionally and personally.
I think that's very, very valuable because like for me myself, for example, I grew up like alone in terms of entrepreneurship. Jadi kayak I don't have the privilege of having great people as like really mentoring me from the start, So I kind of like just learn here and there from YouTube and all that, from podcasts too, as what we're trying to do. Tapi kayak if we have someone like that can tell us, oh, I see what you're doing and this is where you're doing it wrong and you can like improve in here. Okay, I think that's gonna make a lot of difference to a lot of people too. So kudos to you guys. So what about the social outreach?
Yes, okay. So for social outreach, kita belum officially launch yet. Kita bakal launch in 1st of September. Tapi just a general idea of social outreach, kita tuh sebenarnya mau target more towards women who aren't, I would say, who don't have as much privilege as our other audiences. I would say we're targeting people who mungkin nggak punya access to internet, access ke Instagram. We still want to target those people. That's why we want to create this offline events. It is still going to be towards personal and professional development. Tapi a lot of people don't realize kayak there are level of kayak discrimination. Kayak as women, obviously kita experience discrimination. Tapi we have I would say a different social economic status to other people juga. Like I would say women aja tuh udah punya banyak levels of privilege. I would say kita masih termasuk privilege. We can go to college. I mean, like we're here right now. We're privileged enough gitu buat create this platform, and we want to target those yang kayak mungkin they didn't have those opportunities. We want to create kayak that medium, that platform yang can raise them kayak to have the same kind of opportunities, the same kind of connections. We don't know yet kayak what kind of programs, kayak what we're gonna teach them. That definitely depends on kayak our audience. Jadi kalau mereka butuhnya apa ya, that's what we're gonna provide. Nah, sebenarnya kita udah punya beneficiary that we want to target. Mereka di daerah Sawangan, Depok. We are planning some kind of program with them. That's in the works. That's gonna come hopefully with COVID at the, I would say, start of October. Tapi with our launch in September, kita juga bakal ada a few fundraising events and collaborations with different brands, different people that you might have heard of. So get excited about that. And please don't forget to donate.
Absolutely. And by the way, tadi kan dijelasin kalau misalnya sudah ada beneficiaries-nya di daerah Depok Sawangan ya. Tapi in the future, are you guys going to also expand that? Are you guys also like gonna be working with a lot of other communities?
Yes, definitely. Kita sebenarnya mau target, obviously we want to help as many people as we can kan. Cuman kayak barring the resources, we also want to kayak be as resourceful to the community that we already have. Kita nggak mau spread ourselves too thin and end up nggak ngebantu anyone. Tapi one of our goals definitely expanding our community. Tapi juga with the one community that we have, we want to make our impact sustainable. Kita nggak mau kayak ya udah kita kasih mereka kayak a class, then what? Like what are they gonna do about it? Gitu. Kayak we do want to create a sustainable impact. Baru kita I would say expand to more and more people.
Yeah. Silakan Yorin.
Okay, thank you. Jadi sebenarnya I also want to add kayak sebenarnya it's really interesting how the social outreach program came to be. Karena aku sama Mandy tuh sebelum mulai Fempire tuh kita tuh sempet ngobrol tentang something called the poverty trap. Jadi what is the poverty trap? The poverty trap basically says kayak when you are economically disadvantaged at a certain level, it's hard to get out of it. Jadi misalnya lo mau dapat kerjaan, tapi in order to get that job, kayak lo harus ada baju interview, lo harus ada kertas buat print CV, abis itu lo harus ada misalnya ijazah SMA, tapi to do all that you need the money. Jadi gimana dong? They're stuck, it's a trap, it's a cycle. Makanya we came up with this social outreach division karena kita juga pengen kerjasama sama komunitas-komunitas yang beneran all they need is misalnya a short connection to resources that they don't have gitu. Misalnya kayak Mandy bilang kita nanti mau reach out ke komunitas-komunitas bukan cuman karena kita mau bantu mereka in terms of workshop atau apa ya, tapi untuk setiap komunitas juga keperluannya beda dan masalah-masalah yang mereka hadapi itu beda. Jadi what we are trying to do also that's really interesting is to more personally work with the communities to see kayak what they need and in order to have better welfare, have better quality of life gitulah. And I think that's really interesting because it's something that I learned in uni. Sebenarnya aku juga nggak tahu kan. I don't have hands-on non-profit experience. Tapi what I learned from university and this has also come up in conversations with Mani and Mandy itu tuh sebenarnya salah satu masalah terbesar untuk non-profit is that they come in to a community and they do what they think is best for the community. Mau kasih uang lah atau mau kasih inilah, mau bikin itulah, tapi kayak malah nge-disrupt not only the social lives of the community, tapi kayak their livelihood also, karena kayak nggak ada sustainability. Makanya that's also one of the things we want to try to work on to make sure that any impact we have on the communities would be sustainable and would be beneficial.
Itu juga jadi salah satu strong point kenapa aku dukung Fempire, jujur aja. Karena aku juga melihat ada banyak banget permasalahan seperti itu ya when it comes to organizations who are just trying to help communities. Sedangkan kayak terutama di Indonesia ya, kalau case Indonesia tuh we are so big, we are so diverse, we have like different mindset, different way of life, different cultures, dan kalau misalnya kita nggak bisa kalau kita memaksakan apa yang kita pikirkan, filosofi kita, mereka tuh kayak no, it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna work, like this is Indonesia, man. So yeah, we have our last question right here. So what do you guys want to say? Apa yang kalian mau sampaikan ke Fempress dan wanita-wanita di luar sana yang sedang mencoba untuk membangun empire mereka?
Sebelum itu boleh nggak aku tambah lagi yang
boleh
yang tadi? Oke. Jadi to like I feel like these are things that people have to know. That's why I feel like it's important to highlight them. Tapi kenapa we have this like why we're supporting women? Why kalau I can speak for social outreach itself. Why we're targeting these like I would say less privileged women is because kayak for one Indonesia tuh sebenarnya we're not bad at like providing education. Kayak literacy rate kita for girls one of the highest in Asia. So I think that's a good achievement. Cuman karena stigma kayak sebenarnya cewek tuh cuman hidup buat jadi istri, buat jadi ibu. Jadi kayak ngapain kerja. Nah, in the end, we can see kayak only 0.61 of women work as compared to every man. Kayak compared to a 4% difference in literacy rate, I would say that's a big difference when you go into the workforce. Dan aku ngerasa, okay, kalau now for like people who are, I would say girls who are more privileged, we have access kayak, I would say misalnya ke Fempire, oh cewek-cewek tuh bisa ya kayak gini. Kayak it can kind of help with their mindset. Kayak misalnya nonton like looking at Bumble CEO, kayak that helps with their mindset, tapi there are some girls yang nggak punya that access kan. Jadi they don't have like a mentor, they don't have anyone to kind of guide them through the stigma that they were pressured with. So I feel like that's why we've created this like social outreach offline program, just because gue tahu kayak misalnya even my distant relatives yang mungkin can't afford to send their daughters to college, anak-anaknya tuh pinter banget. Kayak kalau kita ngobrol tuh kayak, misalnya nih, I'm talking about my business to my like distant relatives, they have so many ideas for me. Kadang gue kayak, gila, lo aja kerja jadi marketing gue deh, atau kayak start your own business, man. Tapi mereka kayak, ya enggak lah, kayak nggak pede gitu loh. And I feel like if we can provide this for them, ya great gitu. Tapi anyways, going back to your question, and relating juga to my answer tadi, definitely what I can say itu just be confident in yourself sih. And if you have a business or purpose or whatever, be confident in that. I know it's easy for me to say it, like just be confident in yourself. Cuman just know it's a work in progress. Like I would say I have a lot of days where I'm not confident. Especially pas pandemic ini, gue ngerasa kayak, oh my gosh, kayak my confidence depleted so much. Dari kayak dulu sering ngobrol sama orang, sekarang kayak ya gue cuma sendiri doang mau ngomong sama siapa gitu. Tapi I do feel it's a work in progress. Like just because you're not confident now doesn't mean you won't be confident tomorrow. And just because you're like confident, tiba-tiba besok lo ngerasa insecure doesn't mean progress lo hancur gitu. Kayak it's just a work in progress. You can keep going.
That is a lot.
Sorry, can I add on to what Mandy said?
Absolutely.
I think I just wanted to mention a disclaimer, to anyone who's like watching or listening. I mean, if let's say, right, like you are an Indonesian woman and you are not, career driven or whatever, and instead, you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or it's your choice lah, to raise your kids or become a stay-at-home mom, that's completely okay. Like I just want to say that we're not trying to shame people who don't want to take like that career path or like career life, because to me, being like a stay-at-home mom, that's a full-time job as well. Apalagi raising kids, like how, like that's crazy, So I just wanted to like mention that like as a disclaimer, like we're not trying to make people feel bad or shame people or whatever. Like kita saling hormat, but as in for those who want to, like take on, like be more serious with like their careers or, find out more opportunities and everything, obviously their voices have been silenced for a very long time, which is why we want to empower them, through Fempire. That's just what I wanted to mention as a disclaimer.
What Manny said, everyone completely agrees. Like, I know for sure that like everyone in Fempire supports women, be it whatever their ambition is. Kayak, I just want to say, gue aja tiap hari tuh, my ambition change. Hari ini gue misalnya, udahlah, capek, I just want to chill gitu. Tapi some days I want to build my own empire. Sometimes, some days I'm like, okay, enggak, I want to have a family of 5 kids gitu. Ambitions change, kayak doesn't mean that any of my dreams tuh kayak less than the other.
That is really true. I love this respect vibe. I love that so much. So yeah, going back to the question, is there anything that you guys want to say to our Fempress? Maybe Yorin can start?
Sure. There's a lot to be said, see. There's a lot to be said. And I think I thought about this and I feel like the best way to jadi kayak sebenarnya tuh untuk orang-orang yang dengerin, there's only one thing I wanna say, it's just to go for it. Karena you will never know if you don't try. Kalau misalnya kalian nggak sadar, there is a cultural conditioning, if you will, of women to be more shy, to feel less, to feel like they are not enough. And I feel like that conditioning has made a lot of women kayak stop pursuing different opportunities. That's why I think the best thing to say is to go for it. Karena orang kemarin aku baru ngobrol sama salah satu narasumber kita ya. Terus dia juga bilang, dia kayak cerita sebenarnya tuh it's such a big problem in terms of, it's such a big barrier in terms of confidence and belief in oneself, karena dia sendiri ngerasain misalnya buka job application untuk tech position nih di perusahaannya. Nah, lebih banyak cowok apply karena kalau misalnya cewek lihat salah satu requirement yang mereka nggak bisa lakuin, mereka bakal langsung stop gitu. Mereka nggak bakal lanjut dengan application-nya. But instead, when you see all the male applicants, they still go for it gitu loh. So that just shows kayak how much we as females need to support each other and really need to again respect each other and push each other, because kayak the difference between getting that job and not getting that job is you applying gitu, walaupun kamu ngerasa kayak kamu nggak cukup kayak requirements-nya gitu loh. So I say just go for it, just do it, believe in yourself, because we all believe in you. We made Fempire because we believe in you.
That's it. Money.
I think for me, similar to what everyone said, but just in a more money way. I guess it'd just be like F it. F it, just do it. It's so funny that we're talking about this because like literally this morning I was in like my Stanford class and I was listening to these two amazing women. One was employee 319 at Google. So she really like started Google from the ground up, in 2001. And another one was this woman, her name is Roxana, and she was the only female on the board at this major like finance company. And just hearing their stories, like I even asked them, like here we are, like telling people, what we should do, blah, 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 but like kita juga, like kita ourselves, we're also like yearning for that knowledge and that experience from other people, right? But I asked, like, have you guys ever experienced like imposter syndrome, or like what do you guys do, like when you go through that? Because obviously like finance, tech, like those are such male dominated fields, and apalagi if we're talking about like in the early 2000s or the late 90s, it's like very, very different from how it is today. And for them, they just said, like just screw your like fears and your doubts about yourself and just do it, because trust me, like you're not the only one who is doubting yourself in that point in time. It doesn't have to just do with like gender, like even males, like they could even feel like insecure or like gimana, like when they're approaching like a certain like job or role or whatever. So I think it's just really like go for it, do whatever you want. And like what Mandy said, you don't need to fit like a certain mold. Like just because lo di bidang finance, that doesn't mean that lo cuman fokusnya finance, like this woman Roxana, like she's also an artist, she's also a tech enthusiast, she's also a mom of 2 kids, and she's so beautiful and everything. And like it just goes to show that you can really do anything and everything that you put your mind to, in my opinion. And I feel like it's okay to have bad days. Like the other day, like I just felt like I didn't want to like do work or anything, and I think that's completely fine. And that doesn't mean that you're not, trying to achieve your goal or you're not making progress and everything. So take it day by day, F it, just do it, and just put yourself out there. Like either way, just force yourself, basically.
I feel like those points are very, very interesting. Thank you so much, guys, for the talk today. The founder and co-founders of Fempire, you guys are awesome. And thank you so much, Fempress, for listening to us and watching us in this first ever episode of Fempire Podcast. So yeah, aku Intan, aku mohon maaf kalau ada kesalahan, kekurangan, dan sampai jumpa lagi di episode berikutnya. Bye, Fempress!